Hello and welcome to this Warcraft 3 commentary. Today's game features ToD, the French human player, and Sonik, the Ukrainian Night Elf player, and they're playing here on Echo Isles, and immediately we see a Warden first from Sonik. Very, very typical on Echo Isles, and we also see the mercenary Ancient of War creeping going on. So this is a bit scary to do sometimes if the human sends a really fast militia, but on the right spawn, as you can see, there's a lot more space to actually place your Ancient of War. Now, Sonic's actually placed it quite greedy. Like, you can actually place it a bit further back, but on this spawn, you have to put it right here. So a fast militia makes more sense if you're human spawning on the right than if you're on the left. But I don't think ToD's the type of player who usually sends a fast militia anyway, so it doesn't really matter. It'll be interesting to see ToD's reaction. There are different ways to kind of handle this Warden, and I know one way that ToD likes to do it is to go for a rifle push with Blood Mage second, which is very powerful. Just hit a timing attack before the Warden gets out of control, because that's really what you're worried about as human. Because seeing that level 5 Warden, that level 6 Warden, they're just soloing the game basically. So definitely have to look out for that. Just give me 1 second here. Yeah, sorry. See what item we get here for the Warden. I'm not doing any lightning shield shenanigans or anything like that, just a very, very safe double wisp repair. Kind of slow creeping, and meanwhile ToD going for the green and then rushing right away. He has sent a footman scout. He sees that there's no Ancient of War here, so he knows that there has to be an Ancient of War down here. There's no other option, more or less, so if there's an Ancient of War creeping going on down there, it's probably a Warden, so ToD decides to just go and rush those wisps. Try and get as big of a tech advantage as possible. He's doing a 2-farm tech, so like the fastest possible tech as human. Sacrificing footman production to get a faster tech. And then killing wisps to delay the tech of Sonik, just to get the biggest gap possible. Already doubled wisp detonated, 1 wisp killed. A lot of economic damage here, but the Warden shows up with full Ring of Generation. That's one of the worst items you can get here. Ideally, you'd want like a mana pendant or something for the Warden. Still, though, it's a full mana Warden, which equals footman kills if he wants to. Shadow Strike and Focus. We have the Troll Priest if there are any more Wild Elementals showing up. And at this point, Sonik is in complete control. See if ToD denies the footman here. Yep, nice. And yeah, and rather than going for the Archmage, Sonik is just picking up these footmen. I think that's smart to get these guaranteed kills rather than to put a lot of effort into just damaging the Archmage, more or less. Another deny. Yep. Perfect play by ToD there. So 2 denies, no more experience with the Warden. Very, very important to do. Every step closer to level 3 is going to make life so much more difficult for ToD there. So, and in the meantime, we do see that barracks. It is a very, very quick rifle push style. And still not even level 2 on the Archmage. And, you know, you could maybe send a militia down here to get level 2, but with a 2-farm tech, you really can't afford it. He's almost done with his tech. He's only at 188 wood. Starting those riflemen, like you want to be able to afford an Arcane Sanctum, second hero, more riflemen range. So it makes sense that he would not go for that level 2. Meanwhile, Sonik doing a sneaky little thing here. Positioning his ranged units in the back to help with the Ogre. And just trying to get the Ogre snipe here. ToD does see it though. He might try and go for the last hit. Oh! Yeah, he didn't get it. He didn't level up, of course, so he didn't get it. But nice attempt. Forced a Shadow Strike out of Sonik just to be safe. And 1 more footman. Not denied this time, so it would have been a level 3 Warden by now, I'm pretty sure. If ToD hadn't denied as well as he did before. So Sonik might want to just finish the camp or go down here to his Ancient of War to secure that level 3, which is the more likely option. Doesn't take any damage on his units by doing that. 4 Moonwells in the base of Sonik. Still no Hunter's Hall. And we do see that Blood Mage from ToD, so this is the Blood Mage rifle push, very, very powerful. It does fall off heavily in the late game though, so it's more of like an all-in, really quick push. And we finally get that level 2 Archmage. Warden trying to be annoying while creeping at the same time. Once he gets level 3, he can just Shadow Strike that Archmage and force a TP. There we go. That should be the TP forced. Unless we can get a perfect block. Oop, nice. That little tiny block there actually saved the TP. As you can see, the tick damage is quite huge here, so Oh, actually uses a potion just to be safe. I'm not sure if it was necessary, but it was very, very close. So if there was one extra right click there, it would have been a dead Archmage or a forced TP or a forced potion. So nice micro by ToD. We do have the Hunter's Hall down here, so I guess I just didn't see that one. So Tier 2 and Hunter's Hall ready for Sonik. But he has to remake Wisps. He does not have a lot of wood, so he's going to be Tier 2 for a while. Actually picks up the Naga, so very, very defensive choice here. A lot of times, if you're Night Elf playing Warden, you want to play solo Warden because you just want to power level that hero as fast as you can. The Naga is a great way to deal with a push like this that's coming. So very, very safe play, but still Tier 2, double lore, and no sight of Tier 3. And, you know, the push is pretty much ready at this point. Sonik doing everything, even using an invul. Just to force a TP here. Pretty cool move, actually. That probably is worth it, because it buys him a lot of time, and time is what Sonik needs. He's just now starting that Tier 3 tech. And if you're Night Elf in this position, you see rifles coming, rifle priest like this, you want bears. You want bears so fast. And bears are far, far away for Sonik right now. He's doing what he can, harassing and creeping at the same time, but he might not even go for bears, considering how late this is. He might actually just go for dryads. But dryads just won't win you the game in this situation. You really want to get those bears. And, you know, the Warden's kind of half dead, no mana, so that's a lot of moon. Like, that's basically all the moon wells that's left. It has to be used on the Warden if she wants to get that mana back. And ToD actually playing it pretty slow here, going for the remaining middle creeps. Perhaps he really wants to get level 2 on the Blood Mage so he can get Banish. I don't think it's necessary, just level 2, level 1, that's fine, go, 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 is what I would say. Let's see if we do, yeah, we do have the bears. So it's a ticking clock, and Sonik is very, very happy to see this creeping. It means precious extra seconds that he gets to get that bear army out. He has to wait for this to finish all the way, then he has to get master training in the lore, and then he can actually defend. But right now he cannot defend. Warden doing what you can to just pull ToD back, but please don't attack me just yet. Come on, focus the Warden. But ToD's not falling for it, he's going for it. Level 2 is unlocked, so that is what he was out for. Most likely Banish. With that Siphon, incredibly powerful combination, and there's really no reason to go Dryads, because there's going to be more than enough mana to just keep spamming those elementals. Go instantly for the Priest though, very interesting choice. All that piercing damage. First bear is out. Second bear out with the Rejuve. And there's no Dispel, so if this Rejuve lands, which it does, this Warden is just going to heal up. There we see Banish being used to try and keep heroes alive. Focus Fire by Sonik, and then switching targets as soon as the Archmage runs back. Very, very smart here. All the piercing damage on the casters. And yeah, wow, actually he's actually fighting with Tier 2 bears like this. It's crazy. They're not the best fighters in the game, obviously, but he's losing unit after unit. And even though all the priests went down, the rifles are in a very, very healthy number right here. But the Blood Mage does not have enough mana for a Banish right now. Oh, is he going to Siphon? Is it going to be enough? Ooh, so he siphons the Warden just to get enough mana for the last Banish there. But it's still not going to be enough unless he passes. Yeah, there's no TP, I forgot. Kills the Blood Mage, TP's out. Now let's check the main here. So we do have more bears coming. Master is on the way, but 2 of these bears are kind of useless. Has to prioritize rejuvenating the Warden. He should pick up an Orb of Venom here on the Naga, actually. That's going to be his ticket to hold this. Maybe even sell the ring. He's actually putting the Orb on the Warden. I think that's a mistake. Much better on the range here. Pulling Wisps. He has a lot of wood, so you can actually afford to pull all those Wisps if you want to, just to buy more time. Cannot afford to lose this Moonwell, though. He needs more and more bears. And here we go. Finally, a healthy amount of bears, and this is where Sonik can actually start defending. But there's double Sorceress. There's still a lot of Rifle Caster here. Level 2 Elementals. It's by no means an easy hold for Sonik here. He has to back off. Slow putting in work here, and there's no staff. And if there's no staff, then every slow can lead to a kill. Militia falling up here as well. Very, very nice. Just a couple extra Militia doing a lot here. Desperation Hero focus from Sonik. But there's no mana. There's no mana for a follow-up, so... Oh, unless he can blink and kill this Archmage. He's gonna try it. He's gonna try it. Excellent stutter stepping blocking. And wow, he actually kills the Archmage with just blink and Orb of Venom. with the tick damage from the Shadow Strike, of course. Very, very cool. Bear goes down. It's kind of like a two-pronged attack at this point. And right now there's no hero for ToD. Actually, the Blood Mage just show up. So level 2 Blood Mage is back, but ToD has to run. Without the Archmage, everything kind of falls apart. We need the Brilliant Soria, we need the level 2 Water Metals for sure. Just trying to be annoying with the Siphon here, trying to save units with Banish perhaps. There we go, very nice. Just gonna have to Banish one more time to save that Priest, but if you're Sonik right now, you're feeling pretty comfortable. As long as you don't overcommit, which Sonik tends to do sometimes. That slow is deadly. There's no staff, but ooh. Last second blink. And ToD could probably chase here if he wanted to. There's, like I said, there's no staff. Yeah, Sonik just backing off at this point. So 39 food. With that 50 food unlocked right now. And at this point you can start adding Dryads or, you know, just keep masking those bears. Just to be safe. You want those massive bears, you want those rejuves. You just want to be able to overwhelm that Riflecaster army. And it looks like ToD's kind of given up on the push at this point, which I think is smart. It's turn night time. There's definitely space for Sonik to get Wellspring if he wants to. So another follow-up push against, you know, 4 Moonwalls with Wellspring and a bunch of bears and rejuve. It's just not going to work out. So plan B seems to be to just creep up. Getting an Arcane Tower to deal with the potential Warden harass. There's not really enough peasants to make a tier 2 expansion, so it looks like it's just going to be kind of creeping into a normal game. Like from this point on, he's not going to go all in. He's just going to try and creep, get good items, and get a big army and try and win. But at that point, it's incredibly difficult as human. This army right here is just not as good as this army. In a straight up one base passive style. This is hugely Night Elf favored, so that's why when we see the Riflecaster composition against Night Elf, it's almost always a push. Sometimes a tier 2 expansion, but it's almost never just straight up because it just doesn't work most of the time. But there are some ways you can try and do it, like ToD might be able to bank for a long time, add a second Sanctum, and start pumping breakers, for example. So you have those Riflecaster breaker composition that can work, but again, he's very low on wood, and he's at 50, so we can't really make any more peasants. It looks like he might just be going all in with one militia. This militia's job might just be to build a shop or a scout tower to turn into an Arcane Tower. Oh, we do actually have 2 Ivory Towers, so there will be some Arcane Towers. And here we go, breaking upkeep. Behind this, going to set up 2 towers. There is an Ancient War in position though, and this Ancient War is going to buy Sonik a lot of time, and he's kind of caught out of position. But at this point he has everything he needs. He has the Orb, the Staff, and an Anti-Magic Potion, which can be dispelled, and there is Dispel, so the Anti-Magic Potion won't do much, but ooh, illusions. This can be very hard to deal with, and ToD might not even recognize the fact that they are illusions. Siphoning mana onto the Archmage to get more and more Water Elementals. Focus fire on the caster, Shadow Strike, Siphon on the Warden. Clips get pulled out, but focus instantly by ToD. Very, very impressive that he could just snipe those right away. Has the presence of mind to do so. But I mean, Sonic's just spamming his spells. He's attack moving those huge bears. This is a nightmare to micro as human. Everything's going down. The Archmage is kind of surrounded here. Gets banished, but it's not going to save him in the long run. And yeah, he did not recognize the illusions, and GG. Whew. Yeah, I mean, this is really like just a game on a knife's edge. When you play this style, you really need to end the game before, right as bears finish, or rather before bears if you can. So I think if he just didn't creep this, like he got level 2 Blood Mage, but I don't think it's that important. If you would have just ran past it and pushed, that would have been, you know, 20 extra seconds that Sonik didn't have Master Bears, didn't have tier 3, and that can be all the difference. It's such a, that's what I mean by knife's edge. It's such a, the timing window is so narrow for this strategy to work. But if you hit the perfect timing, it can definitely be powerful. But in the late game like this, like you can see, the Night Elf can basically just attack move those bears. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the game, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.